Alright, everyone. So, we are going to be doing an Iran playthrough. Now, I have this start save. Why have I named it Start? Well, that would be because focuses such as these lie to you. Specifically these two. This one doesn't exactly lie to you. The decision is not determined by how many divisions you have in the field compared to them. It is not compared to how much manpower you have in the field compared to them. It is not compared to how much equipment you have in the field compared to them. Nothing matters. It is determined at the game start. So is this focus, although it doesn't tell you that. And I learned this the hard way. I went through save after save after save after save, starting a recording, failing because I lose half my army, or because I go one focus out of step with the turkey guarantee, or any of those stupid things. So, I realized that you can make start saves by simply going into your game and then exiting. Now, I already have one, but doing this when you go into Iron Man mode and then you immediately exit it, that's going to create a save. You can name it whatever the hell you want. Iron Man Start, Iran, World Conquest. It really does not matter. We're going for an achievement run today, but that's besides the point I'm trying to make right now. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go into Steam, you're going to go into Hearts of Iron, you're going to go into Properties, you're going to go into Installed Files, Backup Game Files, Browse. This will take you to the path that you need in order to find Paradox Interactive. Hearts of Iron 4, and if we scroll a little bit down, your saved games. Now, it's not showing here because we're in this browse section. But if we close out of these and we go to our thing, we can see that it's in our documents folder. Ignore these. That was previous failed game. You go in, you go through the path, you find your Iron Man start save, you copy it, and then you put it somewhere else. It doesn't matter where. I just put it in my documents folder, along with all the other game stuff. And then whenever you need it, you can copy it from here and then put it back. And then delete whatever failed save you had before. And then whenever you need to save a game, instead of doing it the traditional way for your achievements, because you can't get achievements in anything that is not Iron Man mode, therefore you cannot use the traditional way, you just back it up there. And that is 4 minutes of me telling you how to cheat for achievements. Alright. Now, what are we going to do aside from cheat for our achievements? Well, we're going to get this guy. We're going to set up a front line there, a fallback line rather. We're going to delete these. We're going to go and sell them for the highest price. Add to the market. And then we're actually going to build, civs. Yeah. We're going to build civs. Now, we're going to go to war. Why are we building civs? Don't we need mills? Well, we're going to be getting mills from our focuses, and I think that it'll be just enough. Now, our focuses and our research. So, we have a minus 10% debuff to all of our research speed. We want to get rid of that shit. So, we're going to be going down our research here. And the other thing that we're going to be doing is we need shock troops. And to do that, we're going to get mountain infantry. We're also going to get special forces. Or, mountain marines, sorry. And then we're going to go for marine doctrine. Because, naval invading Greece is just so much easier than pushing through Thrace. Or, well, you can't really push through the Aegean Islands, can you? So, yes. That would be the reason why. As for our army, we are going to be doing Hassan Afra. Army 2. Red Army. Our traditional livery. Washing machine is going in the background there. Hold on. Alright, assign the Reza Shah as the general. As for focuses. Now, if you know my name, which you should, you'll realize that doing this is a given. So yeah, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be purchasing a bunch of foreign ships. For our great navy. Because, why not? Iran, naval power. Perfect. What could go wrong? Industry. 522. This on the bottom. Boom. And let's get to trading with Sweden, Germany, Russia. Doesn't fucking matter. And let's see. Our research. So, we are going to need support companies. The most important of which will be, well, basically all of them are important. The only one that's not necessarily that important is the recon company. But the maintenance company, the field hospital, the logistics company, and the signal company are all very important. The signal company, because it will give you a hidden stat, the coordination stat. The higher you get in the signal company, the more you get. It doesn't say that you get it, but you do get it. The logistics company, for obvious reasons. We're in a gosh darn desert. There is no supply here. Yeah, that should be self-explanatory. We have no manpower. quite literally the only thing that we can field right now is 30 divisions at the most. Um, we're going to get down to extensive conscription, but we really need something like service by requirement or something even higher. It we we don't have the industry to compensate for the debuffs, though. We have no industry right now. In 1940, we're not going to have any industry. We're going to have a stronger industry, but comparatively, it's still not going to be an industry. It's gonna be enough to start snowballing, but it's going to be a shit show. So capturing equipment. So field hospitals, keeping as much of that equipment, that manpower loss to a minimum as we can is going to be absolutely essential. Maintenance companies. Yeah, so maintenance companies. We just discussed our industry. That should be self-explanatory as well. We want to minimize the loss of our equipment, especially in these god-forsaken deserts, as possible. Now, I'm gonna get Recon Company just for the heck of it, because I like it. It gives me speed bonuses. I like my speed. It also gives me defense bonuses. That... Where is it? That reconnaissance that you see there? Reconnaissance gets you... It takes you far. So, initiative is the chance of choosing a tactic before the enemy. Your general will help you with initiative. The more... I think it's a stat here, actually. Can I see it? No. The higher he is in skill, the more initiative he has. And you get initiative from something like... What was it? This? Yes. From the signal company. It can be quite useful. But the recon company is the counter to initiative. So, say, you have backhand blow and breakthrough. Backhand blow is here, breakthrough is here. So, let's say you have, good initiative, or the enemy has good initiative, sorry, and they end up choosing breakthrough. It's an incounterable virtually an incounterable tactic. The only tactic that can counter it is backhand blow. Backhand blow is an incounterable tactic. So enemy chooses breakthrough. And you have a bunch of other tactics to choose from. But backhand blow is going to be the thing that gets you there. Reconnaissance is going to be the thing that increases the chances of you choosing backhand blow. And there are various other tactics, but that's the gist. Various other tactics. Both of those things help you select the very best one for defense and offense. Now, Personally, I like reconnaissance. I like the recon company because of that. And the thing about the recon company is you only have to have one division in a stack that has the recon company. And you'll be good. You'll get all the bonuses. They don't stack with each other, unfortunately, but that's the way it works. And it brings its own benefits. So I like to get reconnaissance, and I like to put it on my cavalry divisions, to not only make them faster, but to add that extra bit of defense that they wouldn't otherwise be able to get from something like the engineer company, because cavalry isn't affected by the engineer. It just gives 2 entrenchment when they could get 3.2 or 3.8. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling about recon. There's just a little basic understanding. So, in order to do that, we're going to get our truck, we're going to get our radio, and we're also going to have to get our civilian trains. We also need anti-air. And I was thinking about going for tanks. Tanks are simple, but we're going to go for this stuff. Navy. We're going to be taking the ships from around the world, taking the ships from the Turkish, the Greeks, the battleships and submarines and various escorts from around the world. And, trying these guys. We're going to need to refit all of them. We'll have a fairly sizable fleet by that point, but we're still going to need to refit all of them. And to do that, it's going to require this stuff. We don't really have the industry anyway to do tanks. I mean, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Because I will eventually need to go for industry, and I'm not going to go for industry now because we don't have one. But focuses. So we're going to do the Pahlavi Imperium. Then we're going to go down to here. We're going to go down the right path here. Persian Gulf Fleet. Base Strike Doctrine. We're not going to be doing this, the Caspian Sea Trade Interdiction. I don't know how you get away with that. That's ridiculous. But if you look at my timestamps here, we can see that our war with Turkey should start on the 25th of January 1939. That gives us 20 days. So, the rough focus path that we're going to be doing, Pahlavi Imperium. After that, we're going to get our Chief of the Army. That will allow us to design our mountaineers when we get our mountaineers. We're not going to be doing this yet, the Legacy of Greatness. We are going to be moving on to restructure the army and expand military facilities. Then we're going to be establishing the Navy, going down here to purchase foreign ships. Then we're going to be doing Legacy of Greatness, assessing the opposition, Imperial expansionism, the Tehran-Moscow Pact. Demand Iraqi territory, demand Afghan territory. Afghanistan is going to say no. Demand Iraqi territory is going to say yes. When you send this decision to the Indians, they have three options. Absolutely, hand it all over plus some. Hand it over for a price, or absolutely not. They will say absolutely. They will hand it all over to us, with no cost to us. We will bypass this focus. Then we're going to be going to war with Afghanistan. Or we're going to be going to war with Afghanistan using the war goal that we get from them saying no from this. Then we'll bypass this focus. Then we're going to go down here. We'll bypass this focus. And eventually we're going to make our way down to Warplan Xerxes and reclaim the Turkish peninsula. I'm going to have to confirm couple of little things here. Hold on. Okay, so yes, focus path. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Back over here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Simple, right? And then I will catch up to you when we get to that point. Also, before I start, another note for you. Improve worker conditions whenever possible. Do that all the time, every time. Never not do it. Our stability is way too low, and the benefits we get from improving worker conditions it's enormous. It's enormous because we get over 50 stability while we're at war. Not because of any political power gains that we might get from stability. No, because the deficits that we gain purely by being under 50% while at war are just too damn high, man. Too fucking high. Alright, as I said, with our first focus done, we can get our army offense specialist. And remember, whenever you get political power, improve worker conditions. Now, we're going to be building civilian factories here. So, I think that going to partial mob is going to be... it'll be worth it rather than just going to total mobilization when we go to war with Turkey. I think that partial mob will be worth it to snowball our industry a little bit here. So those three things. And then obviously when you get down to here, do the decisions that pop up as soon as you possibly can. Oh, whoops. This one. Oh, and another note. We will be getting the next level of conscription with this focus. But we're really going to need extensive conscription instead of limited. So save up your political power for that. For getting that when you can. 100 political power, improve worker conditions. We're going to improve the working conditions first because it gives us a little bit more political power. We're able to actually do both quicker than if we were to do it the opposite way around. I'm talking about partial mode. It's not much quicker though. Not much. It's like maybe a week, couple of days. It doesn't really matter. I like doing it this way. If you want to do it the other way, go ahead. Just save up your political power. Alright, we got our Mountaineers. Now, I should note, if you don't want to play a naval game, if your name is not Mindless Pirate and you don't really care for the Navy, don't go for any of these focuses. Me doing these focuses is actually quite stupid. Go for things like this. The more political power that you get from these things, these, especially this one for the infrastructure and the political power gain. Research speed is also very nice as well. Those are all, you know, just a little bit more useful. You know, just a little bit. I'm being extremely dumb. Anyway, this. I mean, it fits my name, right? Mindless Pirate. Oh, you'd expect me to be dumb. Yes. That is our division. We could go for a full 25 combat width, but we can't get as many divisions out that way. So let's get all of our 4 divisions. Isfahan, done. And this. Marines. Baltic Caspian Sea is done. Now, we need naval XP. Naval maneuver. You see how I did that there? You get more political power when you don't choose a focus. So, I did a little cheeky. Juggled it a little. Now we get this. Now, another note. When you get 35, immediately go for naval reform. That will help you get Marines a whole lot faster. And Marines is the thing that you want. Not necessarily naval doctrine, not necessarily anything else. Marines. You want to be able to naval invade Greece. Also, holy shit, political loyalty. As soon as you get a 80 army experience, grab that. That's going to help your political power because it's going to increase your stability by so much. Get that. ASAP. Holy shit. I completely forgot about that. Yes. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. In fact, I think it's about time we show this off. So, yeah. Oh. This is how you do it. And let me just actually share my screen here. Copy. Paradox Interactive. Arts of Iron 4. Save games. Iron Man start. Let's go in here. Load. Delete this. It's deleted here. Paste. Reload the screen. And there we go. Easy. Very, very easy. Alright, so I've been watching it like a hawk. Only way you get it is by doing this focus. That's the quickest. Political loyalty. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Then get this, because it's already been this thing, and I'll see you back when we get to the thing. Yeah, it's very useful because you get more political power. The more political power you get, the quicker you get to this. The quicker you get to this, the quicker you get to this. And the small little time crunches of the overall system just get smaller and smaller. Because you need to do all of these things, and the faster you can do them, the less amount of time, the less time it takes to do them. Alright, we got our purchase ships decisions. We are improving relations with the British, the Germans, and the Americans. Excellent! It only took 2 tries. That was a waste of 50. Alright, next. Assessing the opposition, Imperial expansionism. Let's do research slot. The British agree, and America refuses for whatever gosh darn reason. Motherfuckers. And they agree. Yay! It seems to be a 50-50 shot, I guess. I mean, whoa, okay. The hell? Jesus, okay. Well, alright then. Alright, so we've researched these two. We haven't done any of this yet. We researched our research speed. And then we went for the truck. In this order. The truck, the civilian train, and the radio. Our truck has been completed. We're now doing a maintenance company. And, we will need to donate a factory to truck. If we do it this early, we probably don't have to trade for rubber. Alright. Our fuel is basically infinite, so we're just going to train them all. Kingdom of Afghanistan refuses. Alright, a foothold in the Indus. Alrighty then. Great. That means it is time for war. Wait. They refuse? Since when do they refuse on the save? Holy shit. That's a first. Alright then. Gains annexed war goal. Alright, we're going to try something here. Task manager. Thank you, good sir. So this is another way that you can do a little cheeky thing. Iron Man start. Start. And let's see if they still say no. But first, let's make a save. There we go. Oh wait, refuse it. Okay. They refuse again. Okay. So, two things. One, it seems that after a certain date, like maybe 1938, the die is re-rolled. That's probably the most likely option. However, my intuition tells me it was the troop count. The other thing is that that Civil War mechanic. Yeah, I've been basically doing nothing for a year and a half, and I never did anything with the Civil War. That was extremely easy to deal with. Extremely easy to deal with. So I think I'm going to upload this video, and I'm going to come up with an updated strategy that saves me so much political power. So much political power. 220, right? 220? 220 political power by not doing the Civil War mechanic. Holy shit, why didn't I think of this earlier? I could even... Two of my divisions were deleted, but I could even delete my entire army and just have one cavalry division and just go around with that one cavalry division. They wouldn't know what hit them. Holy shit. And then... Oh, that's interesting. That's going to help stability. Hold on. Wow, okay. So that it is more beneficial to let the Civil War fire. Way more beneficial to let the Civil War fire. But so in this one I did this and I went straight down. But I do know that doing this and this works. I'll probably do this too, and then this. I'll only do this stuff after I do this, having already gotten foothold in the Indus.